Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome back to another video. It is a weigh-in update as I follow the Slimming World plan and lose as much weight as I possibly can. So I know the last updates were pretty short, just due to me being so busy right off my feet with work and things. So I've actually got a little bit of time this morning to kind of give a whole update of where I am at and where I want to be, and that is especially for all of the brilliant new subscribers that have joined us along the way over the last few weeks. So, yeah, um, as most of you know, I started off um, at the grand height of almost 40 stone. It was 39 stone 7.5. Don't forget the half. Yeah, that was a terrible point in my life. I'd through illness, I'd gained 16 stone in 1 year, and that caused a lot of problems, a lot of issues. Um, Luckily, the medical stuff has all been sorted. I was given 3 years to live at one point, which, funny enough, comes up next month. So if I'm still here after next month, I've beaten that. But yeah, it's kind of an awakening and a kick up the backside, not just for myself, but for the hospital as well to do things. Because they were just dragging their feet after the whole global situation thing that we had. So yeah, kind of to and fro for a bit of which journey I wanted to do. Um, I didn't want injections. I didn't want weight loss surgery. Sleeves or bypasses or anything like that. Just because it's kind of my body. In the future, I want to be able to do things um, myself, not relying on needing a surgery for this or doing things kind of like what normal people do or some people do now. Very much against the injections. It also turns out that I can't have the injections anyway, because I don't have the diabetic gene, which means that not only do I get ticked off for the diabetes part of these jabs, but yeah, they won't actually affect me that much anyway. So yeah, that's all good though. But we've moved on. I've been on this little weight loss journey now for 16 months, coming up 17 months tomorrow, and yeah, what a time it's been. I started because I knew the Slimming World plan, so I started back on Slimming World to lose the weight. I managed to lose 8 stone before rejoining Slimming World, um, and the only reason I didn't join group or went back to the group was I didn't know what the scales went up to in terms of weight. Um, it's kind of embarrassing to be that big anyway, but it would even pile on probably more pressure, anxiety, and things if I went to a group, stood on the scale, and it just came up error or something like that. So, I think for Slimming World, especially, it could be good to actually say what the scales went up to, because that would give peace of mind to a lot of people that might think, oh, you know what, I'm a little bit too heavy for those scales. And I found that, I lost the 8 stone first. If not, I'd be sat here now probably just a couple of pound away from my 10 stone award. But I've followed the same journey, so I'm still on that same journey now with Slimming World after I went back. I joined Slimming World in November last year. I was at 32 stone 7. Um, and yeah, since then, it's kind of been ups and downs. But I've had holidays, we've had Christmas and things. Um, I've had other stuff going on. Um, but I am now down to 29 stone, £13. So, it is working. The plan is working. I feel a lot better in myself. I feel motivated to be doing stuff, and yeah, I'm just loving where I'm going at the moment. But obviously, as you can tell, it's still a long way off. So yeah, that was good. The last few weeks, work-wise, it's just been killer. For those that don't know, I co-own a cafe, uh, and we've had staff off. I've been working. Not only have I been working in the cafe for entire days, 12, 14 hours some days, but I've also been coming back in and doing my chair cardio workouts and things like that. So Body Magic has just skyrocketed. And in doing so over the last few weeks, I've actually seen little gains, gain of £2, gain of £1. Um, but that was mainly, I think, just muscle gain, um, which is all part of it, I suppose. Sooner or later, if I wasn't doing Body Magic now, but I did it further down the line, closer to where I want to be, I reckon I'd be a bit more annoyed. But I understand, kind of muscle mass and fat and different elements like that. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that. This past week, yeah, I've kind of, as you've seen in my 3 days on Slimming World, what you eat on 3 days, um, wasn't very good. In that last video, it was all on plan. It was just not in the quantity that I would have liked, or within the speed food as much that I would have liked either. But stood on the scale yesterday morning and £2.5 off. So yeah, that takes me back onto that 30 stone, which I went back over, below and back over the last week or so, 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm happy with that. You know, I think anyone would probably be happy with that. Group in total this week was good. Over 3 stone lost between members, which I think is pretty good going. We all seem to be working and motivating each other to get those losses, which is great. Um, and yeah, I've kind of devised all my meal plans for the week. I've been to the food warehouse. I've picked up my Slimming World meals. So at least for tea each night, after work, it's sorted. It's on plan. It's that's probably how most of it's gonna go. Unless if I want jagged potatoes or things like that, I can just do that. But yeah, I'm in work now every day, 7 days a week. So apart from this morning, I don't go until 9:30. So I've actually had to lay until about 5:30 this morning. But yeah, it's just after 6, and the bin men have just turned up. Um, but yeah, it's it's all good this week. I'm fully committed. I'm so close to that Club 10. I'm so close to 3 stone award. I'm so close to the Club 10 award, and I'm so close to that full 10 stone off on my journey altogether. So yeah, for people that say Slimming World might not work, it actually has got me down to almost 10 stone lost. Like I said, if I knew about the scales, I believe from my consultant when I first asked about what weight the scales went up to, I believe she said it went up to 42 stone. So if you're out there and you're thinking the same as me, too embarrassed to stand on that scale, I think the Slim World scales go up to around 42 stone, which is probably ample enough for most people. I wish I knew that, because I kind of like the shiny stickers and the certificates as much as anyone else, really. Um, but yeah, it's going well. It's going good. This week I'm going to hit it. I've got another two what I eat in 3 days on Slim World coming up. Uh, I've also got a cooking video coming up as well. Well, I say cooking video, it's really just burgers, Slim World, you know. But I'm kind of adding a few little extra bits onto it just to show you what you can do with some Slim World burgers. Um, I want to use some of the Slim World range just to show different things anyway. Um, yeah, as well as other cooking videos that I want to do. Um, there's work going on outside and in my garden, the cook area that I've got. If you've seen past videos of before I rejoined Slim World, you'll have seen my outdoor cook area. That's getting reconfigured and moved around a little bit, which if you've seen it, it's huge. So we have to dismantle it all and then rebuild it all again. Um, but that'll be pretty good. That'll be ready then for the summer. Um, so barbecues, here we come. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the week ahead. Um, Hoping to continue with that body magic, although I'm going to rein it in just a little bit. Um, kind of, only do maybe an hour of like cardio a day, like a full cardio workout instead of the hour and a half. And I may only do like maybe 4 days out of the 7 instead of all 7. Um, just to burn the calories but not build as much muscle. Especially when I've started using dumbbells and things and that type of stuff, weight resistant stuff. So yeah, um, that is what's going to happen this week. I'm going to lose weight. I'm determined to lose weight, and I hope you all have a fantastic week. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers, and really thank you to everyone that's been with me right from the very start. Um, at the moment of posting this or doing this, we're at 734 subscribers. And yeah, thank you for all coming along on this journey. Your comments are all been amazing, and yeah, anything I can help with, just drop a comment, drop a question, and I'll answer it. I don't mind helping other people along with this journey, because a lot of you have helped me with it as well. So yeah, thank you all very much. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend, an amazing week, and remember, try and do something positive at least once this week, because it'll make you feel better. And if you're going to Wade next week before I repost, remember, it's not what the scale says, it's what you feel inside. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one. Adios.